And I'm going to go live anyway, so here we go with this.
This is Sir Patrick Stewart. You are listening to the P word. Go fuck yourself.
So anyway, I go up to the counter, up to the business thing with the thing. I go, hello, and the lady goes, Mr. Jeffries, I'm so sorry, but you have been downgraded. I said, you what now? She goes, business class is full. You have been downgraded. And I said, I understand that business class is full. You've been downgraded. I bought one of the tickets that made it full. And she went, I'm sorry, sir, there's nothing I can do. And then I just went, are you fucking kidding me? Now, you know when you're dealing with customer service people and they want you to swear? Because as soon as you swear, they don't have to engage with you anymore. They can act like they're the first adult never to hear a swear word, and they can get really offended, right? So I went, are you fucking kidding me? And she went, please do not speak to me that way. I have done nothing wrong. And I said, are you a white South African telling me you've done nothing wrong?
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Took me away from a Swedish girly girl and her paralyzed but trusting cousin for this?
Well, that was a mishmash of madness. There we go. Sorry, I had to put a little bust in there on Elon Musk in a kind of backhanded way.
Oh, is that what that was?
Well, it wasn't about him, but, you know, he is a white South African, so I'm not really surprised that he's, what's the word? What did the Pope say? Scumbag, yeah. There you go. So, hello.
Okay, Jim.
There you go.
So what's up, dude?
Nothing, man. I told you, I'm killing this. It's too loud. I'm exhausted. Getting up at 4:30 to go and lift a car off a bucket really got to me.
Daddy calls. I mean, duty.
Yep. Hello, Bree. Hello, Ed. Our two people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So I'm still tired.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
That's okay. I'll have a beer in a minute and I'll feel better. Ed, are you back from Disney already, or are you calling from Disney?
Don't look at me.
I don't know. I don't look at you. Do you know? I don't know.
How would I know?
I don't know.
I am not his master.
Are you sure about that?
I am not.
Okay.
Nor am I his servant.
All right. You're not your brother's keeper.
No.
Very biblical.
I'm no one's keeper.
Not even a trapper keeper. Right. I meant to get that stupid knock thing, and I wanted to get it on Audacity so I could just look at the track.
This one?
Oh, that one. No, he's back. Okay. Yeah, I need to get that and take a look at that. That just creeps me out that it's the best sound on there.
It is the best.
But the best engineered sound.
I love it.
So I kind of say,
makes me happy.
Caitlin, the kid, my daughter, she's got a project where they give you you pick a video clip without sound, and hers is just
you put
thing.
Sound to it.
And she has to do the music cue, the cues and the background music and all that stuff. So she's been doing that, and she's, worried about it and everything. Like she's doing a good job. So let me hear it. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it, and she's putting it together. I don't know what the software is. But she put an orchestral piece of music together with just software, no actual instruments. And it sounded really, really good.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. And then she looked at that, and then she's like, no. And she yanked that, and she put another one in. It was a little bit more cartoony because her segment's about two mice. And it's got like the one mouse is smaller. So it's got a high pitched flute.
Okay.
For its incidental music. And the dad or whatever, the doggy daddy of the mouse has a little bit higher, and stuff like that. Like really, really good. Like, clever. I was really impressed. It was nothing like that though. Just the whole thing, because I don't know. The actual one is like 20 minutes long.
Nope. That's it. But they have this too.
Oh yeah, I have that.
And
the hell was that?
That's all, folks.
It's the sound of my childhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this one for the Roadrunner because you can, if it ever pops up, but it may not, so I'll just ignore it for now. For God's sake. Anyway. But hey, we're back.
Despicable.
Yeah, apparently there was some big consternation because they were taking some of that off of, I don't know, streaming somewhere. They were dropping a bunch of cartoons.
Yeah, there's
People were
something
getting
wrong
all
with them.
pissed off, and
Well,
it's like,
you know, some of those cartoons had things in them.
well, not those, not the
I didn't care.
not like Cold Black and the Seven Dwarfs or whatever the hell that one was, but or any of the other ones.
No, I don't wanna. No.
Huh? Yeah, not the one. Not the one where he's calling the Japanese monkeys or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like some really, really bad ones. But
And they used to play those
I know
early in the
we used to see
morning
'em.
before we went to school. That was on. It was on UHF. It was on Channel 29, I think, at the time.
Yeah,
Philly. What were their callers? WTAF.
TAF, and then it was
Back in the-
TXF.
Well,
after-
TXF. It was after they were
Fox.
bought out by Fox.
Yeah, when they were playing Fox 2 hours a day or whatever the hell that was. But they started the first one I noticed that they changed was one of the ones where he races the tortoise,
Mm-hmm.
and he has like the metal turtle shell,
Mhm.
because the turtle convinces him that it's like all down to like streamlining and shit. So at the end, the turtle dresses like a rabbit, and the gambling, like the rabbit mafia, like stops him, and they won't let him go, and they're like stabbing him and like beating on him with stuff, and they carry the turtle over the finish line, and he's like, "You fools!" He rips off the thing. He's like, "I'm the rabbit," and they all line up, and the one guy takes out a gun and blows all their brains out at the end. They all kill themselves. That got taken completely out.
Oh my god!
That one in the first Tweety Bird, because the two cats in it start fighting, and the one starts hitting the one with like a bat, and then the other one pulls out like a dueling pistol and shoots the guy like 5
Well,
times.
what about like Tom and Jerry? I mean,
Yeah.
the fighting in that was.
Well, then
That's why Itchy and Scratchy.
yeah, that's what
That's where it came from.
or lampooning, and they took
They
out
took it to another level.
they
there.
took out the what's that woman's name? It's like it's something really racist. I'm sure the lady in
Oh yeah. Their
their house,
woman they live
I don't know.
with.
Yeah, I don't know if she's like the maid or the woman who lives or whatever the hell she is, but she's like Thomas. She had that very, very like obviously
Stereotypical.
stereotyped
Yeah.
voice, and then they took it out, but it's still her. You always see her from like the waist down. Her nylons are falling off and shit.
Right.
But then she's like, "Oh, Thomas, would you like?" Oh, come on, like just don't air the damn things.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I'll have to bring it up one day. They changed the voice to some like very erudite young ladies doing the voice now. But yeah, man, they changed all that stuff. Like, and I'm sorry, I don't remember anybody blowing their head off with like a cartoon, like shooting himself multiple times with like a musket, like a dueling pistol, like a muzzle loading dueling pistol. But I don't know, kids are more what's the word? Stupid today, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I swear to God, all that shit happened after those two idiots with
Mm-hmm. I know the Judas Priest kids.
the Judas Priest guy. Because the one guy killed himself, the other guy survived. They sewed his face back together, and he looked like a monster. Then he purposely scared kids, and then he killed himself again anyway because he was all blown up and shitty. But yeah, it all came after that. Like all of a sudden, it was like kids are impressionable. Then take the 700 Club off the air. Damn. Yeah. See, Sherry likes Tom and Jerry.
Did I wear this shirt last week?
I don't remember. I don't watch.
Hmm.
I don't pay attention to what the hell you wear.
My Vice Grip Garage shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I entered. I bought this and I got entered in a contest
Yeah.
to win a car.
To win a shirt?
To win a car. He's giving away a Duster.
Oh, very nice. What year?
It is a 1970, I think, or 71. And he put a 318 in it, but he put LS heads, rockers from a Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's nice. So nice. See, Sherry likes Tom and Jerry. She loves them. Is you is or is you ain't my baby. Correct.
Yep.
See if I can find that. That would be cool if I could find that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
The hell is it?
I'm sure it's on YouTube, but that's a whole thing.
Here's the thing. There was a giveaway. Robert Downey's giving away. He's got
He's making electric cars.
he made him into electric cars, yeah. And people are like getting really snitty about it. Like,
Well, he ruined, and I hate.
Well, yeah, but I
he
mean-
paid for the cars to be made.
Yeah.
He made gas powered,
Yeah,
cars, and then he's
yeah.
converting some of his gas powered cars that he paid a lot of money, and it's his money. But
yeah, what the hell?
but it bothers me.
It does. It bugs me. I would, and that's what I was saying. I mean, it's like an AR-15. If it doesn't make that rumble, my
So
dick doesn't
we
look any
watched-
bigger, right?
We watched like the beginning of one of the shows. We were about 5 minutes into it, and I love Robert Downey Jr. And I was like, I can't watch this. This is like painful for me to watch them cut
Yeah.
up this perfectly good car.
And it's weird.
I'd rather they go in the junkyard and find some piece of hunk of junk that doesn't have a
I would
motor.
still take it. I mean, what the hell? I don't care. I mean, it's a neat car.
I want nothing to do with that whole thing.
Okay, so if I gave you this car, you wouldn't.
I
Take
would
it.
take, of course, I would take it. But my point is, I want nothing to do with all that.
I just think they're ugly.
Um,
Could they find uglier colors?
It's the infrastructure for electric cars is
Yeah,
not in
it's
place
garbage.
enough to make the launch into it that
Yeah.
we're doing. So that's my problem with
No,
it.
your problem is you want a rumbling earthquake car like most people would.
Not necessarily.
I do.
My main car is very quiet,
Hmm.
and the Element just squeaks and squeals down the road. So
Yeah.
it's not that. It's not that. It's just if
But it is funny watching these guys. You know, it's like you pay. How much is a Tesla these days? Wasn't it like 300 grand or some insane
No,
amount of money?
they're in the hundreds for the
Okay.
top of the line. It's like 111,
Oh well, what was I thinking?
but you can start into a base model for around 53, I think.
Yeah, so it doesn't even have
Upper
like
40s.
doesn't even have like a radio in it.
It does. It has the full complement
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh. because you have to have entertainment systems in those cars because you're going to spend a lot of time sitting in a parking lot waiting for the fucking thing to charge.
Yeah, I don't even understand how that works because like, don't they charge you by the minute? These guys are leaving them like overnight and shit.
I don't know, but
how
it's
it
based on
works.
how much it takes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be like a trickle charge. You're going to take a little bit. There he is.
I got a girl always late. Anytime we have a date, but I love her. I'm gonna ask her.
I did that once when a girl asked me to come out. I run upstairs, take off my jammies, and get dressed. It's terrible.
The way you acting lately makes me down. You is still my baby, baby. See my flame in your heart's done go now. A woman is a creature that's always been strange. Just when you should.
I always liked the fact that Jerry had a house made out of weird shit like this.
Is you is, or is you ain't my baby. Baby's found somebody new. My baby's still my baby true.
Where is the horn section out there in the yard?
But you know what the inference is that
Yeah,
it's a cat out in the yard screaming.
Yeah,
in
oh
the
yeah,
middle of the
yeah,
night.
yeah. I was gonna say, even if a cat was that talented in my yard, I'm older now. I'd throw a brick at it.
Here comes the potted plant.
Yeah. You just get to the scream. Oh, no scream this time.
Is you is, or is you ain't my baby. Baby's found somebody new. Is my baby still my baby?
Hey, Mark Perry's in the house.
Who? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite sound effects on those shows with that.
Yeah. I hear that every day upstairs.
Yeah, it's a little different.
More Tom and Jerry.
I'm gonna pour this because I
Okay.
Tango.
Listen,
said
nobody's holding you back from drinking, Jim,
that. I know.
or sampling beverages, whatever it is that
Do you want one of these now, or you want to wait?
What is it?
It's George Killian's Irish Red. I think we did it before.
Oh, I
but-
like Irish.
You want one now?
Sure, why not? No. Thank
There
you.
go.
2 days into the work week, and here we go.
Eh. Ugh. I broke my other one. My other bottle opener I have here.
Sorry.
It's all right. It
Have a
came
couple in the other room.
came from fucking Disney. So
Fucking Disney. Oh.
it's obviously shit, and I paid way too much for it.
Well, for those that don't know, this is George Killian's Irish Red. It's good
Yeah,
beer. I've had it
really, really
before
good.
many, many times. Have many a case of this over the years. Used to serve
That's
this
awesome.
at my New Year's parties.
Skull.
Skull.
Can't remember what we
Chink,
brought.
chink.
I think we brought Newcastle to one of your parties one time, and
I think you
we
did.
hit it in there, and it was gone in like 30 seconds. I was like, holy
Oh, it's
shit.
just as good as I remember. Yeah, so this past weekend, Kiss did their last live touring show.
For reals or
Well, that's what they're claiming.
Hmm.
And to end the show, and I know, so I'll tell you my whole story about that.
okay.
But they introduced icons to replace themselves,
I heard about.
So I was
icons or
like,
like
what-
avatars.
avatars. And
Okay.
I'm like, what is this nonsense?
So they're gonna just like put a hologram up on screen. Up on-
Apparently, they're going to do shows in multiple cities at one time
Mhm.
with avatars. It would just be a big video screen, 3D video screen. Apparently, they're doing this with ABBA over in Europe. And I guess they'll charge a whole bunch of money. They'll have,
so they're actually going to be.
pyrotechnics.
Are they actually going to be performing,
No,
or is it pre-recorded?
it'll be, I'm sure, but it's pre-recorded. But they said that I think there's some sort of AI involved that will adapt.
So it's like the Taylor Swift movie they made. Instead of paying $2,000 to go see her concert with all the other Swifties, you can go to the movie and pay $40.
But this is going to be, I think, in arenas somehow. I'm not sure.
It's
Look,
probably
the
just gonna be-
details have
yeah.
not been fully disclosed at this point. I'm just basing this on the
If
conjecture
it
I
starts
watched.
out with like Gene saying, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm your only hope."
Well, that's who helped them make the avatars. was
ILM?
ILM.
Mm.
So, and they didn't even look that great, to be honest with you. They look very
Yeah, I
cartoonish.
saw they kind of looked very.
And they said they wanted to do
1990s.
it when they were in their prime, and I'm like, well, that's not the prime of Kiss. And
Well, they can.
I don't remember Tommy Thayer being in the band during the
Hmm.
time prime of Kiss. So I have a bunch of issues with it.
Your definition of prime,
The prime of Kiss was 1973 through 1979.
but they made different opinion.
They just want to pay themselves.
Mhm.
It's not about that. So I did the pay-per-view this past weekend.
Yeah.
So they had pay-per-view. It was ppv.com.
I didn't even know that was still a thing.
You go onto this website, you do a QR code, and then you make your payment. And there was nothing going to happen at this that I knew of. That I just wanted to be there somewhat
In spirit.
in spirit at the same time it was happening. It's the Electric Church, and I've gone to many church ceremonies with them over the years, and I just felt I wanted to be there. I wanted to be part of it, and there was always the chance that maybe some miracle would happen, and they'd pay the ransom that Ace really wanted to come on stage, and they should have just done that. In my opinion, they should have just paid him.
No,
But I don't know what price he was asking. So it could have been something really exorbitant. And they said, fuck you. We don't need you. So, but I would have liked to have seen that.
Mhm.
So I tuned in because you never know.
well, he might have sketched out and asked for a number that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
$11 skillion.
Right. And they were like, no fucking way. So that's what happened. So we watched it. Larry and I watched it. My buddy came over. My son was here for the first hour, but the show didn't actually start till after, I think, 9:00. So he had another event he had to go to. But we were watching like the interviews and stuff like that. But the best part of it for me was at the end of the night, they were interviewing different people, mostly Gene and his family, honestly. And his son came out, and
His Playboy Playmate wife.
very former at this point.
Mm.
So he's out there with Gene and Nick Simmons. And Nick goes, Pops, I got something to show you. The closest thing we have to a tribal plaque or whatever it is your face. So he pulls up his sleeve, and he had his father's bat wing thing tattooed to his
Oh
arm.
my God, that would be terrifying.
You know, just the symbol, which
Hmm.
was really cool. And Gene got
Choked up.
it was serious. He got very upset,
Oh.
happy upset.
Oh, okay.
But then, you know, he did bring up the fact that
Did you pay the trademark?
He
Did
said
you pay
that,
the licensing fee for that?
you won't be able to be buried in a Jewish cemetery because
Uh-huh.
you're not supposed to be tattooed.
You can lop it off, can't you?
I'm sure that they could do that. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's okay once you're dead. I don't know how all that works.
Hmm.
But it was just funny. That was, and then they interviewed Sophie, and that was cool. And you know, that was the nice. But I didn't need to spend $39 to see that. But I mean, there was a cool little jam session, and I think they did it when they were here in Philly in 2019, where Tommy Thayer and Paul Stanley traded Jimmy Page-esque riffs back and forth, jamming out, and that was kind of fun. And that's the kind of thing that I dig. Paul's voice is gone. There's not much of it left.
This is post sick or pre sick.
This is post sick.
Ugh.
He's only at about a week and a half.
Last
But
I
on
saw, he
top
was still
of it-
lying in bed with an IV
with an
plugged
IV,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said it was very scary. You know, getting the flu in the 70s is not a good thing. He was really sick.
I had it in grade school in the 70s.
I remember when that went around. We got it too. Our whole house went down. But his voice was not great. And I'm being nice. I'm being really nice.
Well, I mean,
Gene sounds great. Gene still sounds like Gene. It's amazing.
well, he's a little soft spoken, so.
Yeah. That was cool. So it was fun. So, you know, Larry and I sat there. Unfortunately, I was simulcasting it. So he and I was like, we're going to get sued tomorrow. I'm going to get sued.
Yeah.
But
Gene will show up at your house with a writ.
we really couldn't chit chat while the video was going. And then I just didn't even care anymore. He and I just spoke anyway. So whatever went over the air. went
Probably would
over
have
the
been
air.
better anyway. Don't simulcast it. Do
Like
do
the two old
commentary.
guys in the Muppets.
Yeah.
That's really what it would have been. But
Look at him trying to sing.
that's exactly what was going on in the background. You know, so we were walking around drinking beers, and it was fun. It was cool just to sit around. I mean, that's how it all started. Like Larry and I, back in the 70s, he came to me. It was 1977, I think, or late 76. And he was telling me, no, it had to be 77. He was telling me about this band that he had heard about in school, and everybody was like, oh, this album, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Rock and Roll Over. And I'm like, okay. And I put it in my memory bank. And his birthday was coming up in May. So I told my mom he liked this band Kiss, and we should get this Rock and Roll Over. So we got it for him. And he got it, and we listened to it, and we thought it was really cool. And then that summer, my parents took us to Georgia to visit friends of the family.
Yeah, a lot of Kiss fans down in Georgia.
So we're down there, we're, you know, on vacation, and we stopped at a record store, and I bought the cassette of Rock and Roll Over. And Larry says I also bought Love Gun, which I don't remember doing. I know I have the cassette of it, but I didn't know I bought both.
That's nice. Well, you bought it or you shoplifted it. You choose.
So I bought the thing, and then, you know, we're staying with fat friends. And that night I played the cassette probably about 4 or 5 times because I liked it so much.
Yeah.
I had no idea who these guys were. I knew nothing about makeup, or I just, you know, just the imagery on the album cover. That's all I know. So a couple days later, and I'm telling this story for a reason. A couple days later, we were supposed to go to Six Flags over Georgia, and they'd predicted rain. So my father said, nope, not happening. Hello, Michelle. We are not going to Six Flags.
Not going to any hovering
I
amusement
had
park
like a
in the rain.
meltdown. He goes, in fact, we're going to go to the movies and we're going to see Star Awards.
Star what?
Star Awards.
Star Awards.
Star Awards. And I
Oh.
said, I don't want to see Star Awards. What is that about?
A
The
sequel to Hardware
Oscars?
Wars?
I'm like, what is this? He said, shut up. You're going to the movies and you're going to like it.
I'm going to spend money on you. You're going to shut your face.
So my expectation, Patty Phillips in the house. Hello.
Me.
My expectation for this movie was very low. I'm thinking it's a movie about
You
the
didn't
Oscars.
even know?
No.
Oh my God. I knew when I remember when I only saw the trailer for it on TV twice.
Nope. Saw nothing.
I saw it twice because they barely
Saw
promoted it.
nothing.
And I remember I ran out in the yard and annoyed the shit out of my mother, telling her everything I knew about it because I had seen the book over at
Nope.
some store
Nope. Saw nothing.
before
But
all
you
this
lived in
stuff.
King of Prussia.
But this is before all this shit happened. You know, well, yeah. I mean, King of Prussia is a cultural mecca compared to Philly, but
Compared to where I lived,
I mean, no, this was a fucking kidding me.
in a
This was-
mall.
It was a strip mall back
I
then.
mean, a shopping center where I lived.
That was bigger than the plaza.
And I wasn't allowed to go there. I was 9 years old, 10 years old.
But I mean, seriously, there was nothing. I saw the white cover book of
Mhm.
Star Wars, the
Mhm.
novelization, and I was like, ugh, because it had Vader's head, and then I guess the other characters, but his was really bad. I'm like, ugh, I don't like that.
So we go to the movies.
Ugh.
Now I'm riding on the high of getting this Kiss record, which didn't know what they were, but really liked this music and
Now you can't even listen to
knew
it.
something was going on in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the movie theater, and all of a sudden the crawl for Star Wars comes on. I'm like, this doesn't seem to be about any award show. What's happening? And then the music, is coming up and the words, and I'm reading it, and there it is. Well, that's not the crawl.
That's
music,
just that I did. I don't have the whole damn thing here,
but
man.
it was that movie. I flipped out. I was out of my mind. I was like, Dad, you're the greatest. This is the greatest movie ever. 10-year-old. But that those two things, it was big change. And so, we're sitting in my den watching all this, surrounded by Kiss and Star Wars stuff. And so
That's
it was funny
sensible.
that, he and I, we started this journey together, and here we are, kind of ending the Kiss part of it, surrounded by some of the same crap from back then. Oh, that's terrible.
I was so into it. We would go to Franzones,
That's awful.
and this is the disco version by
I remember
Miko.
when that came out.
I was so into it, like I would play this like 1,000 times on the little table jukebox,
Yeah.
and everyone would just leave. Like, oh, people fucking hated
Now,
me.
the following summer, September, my sister had her birthday.
Mhm.
Maybe it was that September.
Oh my god, this is awful.
And we were at Pizza Hut, and we found Hooligan from Kiss on the jukebox.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like borrowing quarters off my mother, playing Love Gun and Hooligan. Do you know the song Hooligan?
Yes, I can't handle this anymore.
Peter Criss song. So anyway, it was just funny.
But it was amazing when
that was
those things. You would play it shit over and over, and like,
was that 46 years ago, right? There's Larry giving me the high.
yeah,
Giving
I
me the,
don't like
the
that
Gene
at all.
Simmons thing.
Yeah,
No, Larry, I mean, that's how it all happened. And you should call in sometime, man, and talk about this. You could call in right now if you want. All you got to do is send a message to Jim Perry on his webpage, and he can put you on the air.
or on Facebook. It's on my webpage.
Well, you know what I mean. He understands.
As long as that whatever the hell it got.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, not just one, but two major things. And, that led to me going to film school and broadcast journalism and starting guitar. I mean, Kiss is absolutely the reason I started playing guitar.
Yeah,
100%.
makes total sense. Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons I didn't keep it up because, my mom, like I told you, my mom came along and she's like, "Hey, Karen's going to take drum lessons. Do you want to take you want to learn an instrument?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "What do you want to learn?" I'm like,
Tuba.
"Drums." She goes, "No, she's already taken drum lessons." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to take them too." She goes, "No, you have to take something else." I'm like, "Oh, you want us to be the Partridges?
Oh boy.
Oh, you want us to be like Aunt Shirley's kids? They're all in a band." And I finally talked her into it, and she let me do it. And then, I don't know, like I think 6 months into lessons for drums, I came home and the kit was gone. She gave it away. She did it all the time. My stereo, my drum kit, my clothes.
What's going on in that house?
She would just give shit away. Like,
I don't understand.
you have to share. I'm like, giving my shit away isn't sharing. I'm not going to get it back.
Sharing or Sharon?
Either way. Oh, don't even start. But no, man. And then I when we moved to Florida, I was bugging her to learn to play guitar. So she got me my what is it? The acoustic, and she hired this guy to come to the house. But it was like, I think it was like one of those things where you find it on like a power pole, and you pull a little thing off, and you call the guy, the tab off the paper.
Oh! I was like, where's he going with?
And the
this?
guy comes to your house, and he's like this nerdy, balding, glasses wearing, like he looks like Hans Moleman. And he's like, all right, what kind of songs do you like? You know, and I'm like telling him classic rock and stuff, you know, like Boston, things like that. Because, you know, it was 70s.
I lost my ability to play.
He didn't know any of that shit. So I was like doing the worst crap. Like I'm like 5'2", eyes of blue. What in the hell is this? The only song in the songbook that I knew was The Entertainer, and he wouldn't let me play that. Apparently, he was evil. But yeah,
I see.
you have to play the shit you love, where it's no fun. I mean,
Well,
it just becomes work.
But I didn't learn the shit I loved. The teacher was like, "No, you're going to start with the Mel Bay book, and this is what we're going to do, and that's that." And too bad.
But that's the thing. It wasn't even like I was like going through the, you know, like the primers,
Your
like
mom's dream.
yeah, like we weren't learning like you know, like chords and scales and shit like that. He was just starting with shitty old ass songs.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh, I hated that shit.
Orally.
Mm-hmm. I'm not doing any of that stuff with that guy. Ugh. Ugh. I was going crazy trying to remember who Mr. Kincaid was last week.
They're all dead.
No, Danny Bonaducci's not
He's
dead.
Well, he's not
He
doing too well.
looks dead, but
Yeah.
he's looked dead for
He's
a
got
long
some
time.
kind of autoimmune disease or
So
something.
do I. What's the big deal?
Well, you don't look like he does right now.
Well, no, few people do.
I mean, he went from buff to nothing.
He's that weird looking like redheaded kid from the 70s. I don't forget what commercial he was on. He looks like he's melted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oscar Mayer Wiener kid.
Yeah. The kid was like,
Was it him or that really chunky
wait a
kid?
minute.
There were two commercials that were pretty interesting. There were a lot of interesting commercials in the 70s, but
that kid was gross then. No, wasn't the Oscar Mayer weird?
Oh, it was the
What is it?
what was that commercial for?
I can't remember. The
Kid
kid
was really
he was disturbing.
ugly.
Mason Reese. It's got to be him. That sounds stupidly like something. It would be
Was
awful.
it-
There he is. Look at
Yeah,
him.
that's him.
He's hideous, man.
Well, but listen, he is as his mother made him,
No, he's not.
and his God.
I mean, as a kid, he was scary. He was kind of weird looking, but as an old man, I would shit if I saw that guy in real life.
Well, he's got something wrong with him.
No, he doesn't. He's just weird and
Yeah,
fat.
there's something going on there.
I don't know. Oh, he's on a Duncan Munchkin commercial. Why would you do that to your kid, man?
Money. Isn't that why everybody does pretty much everything?
I don't know. We were poor. My parents still did horrible
Money and
things to me.
sex. That's usually
Let's see. I want to find out if there's anything wrong with him. No, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just weird looking. See? Nothing.
there's something wrong with him.
Nope.
Yep, you got the bad gene pool.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just what you do.
Yeah, Sherry just sent over the video for Life Cereal, like Mikey.
The
Remember
Mikey,
that
the Mikey kid, yeah.
was a lot of memorable stuff when we were kids.
Yeah. What the hell was I?
Wow, who is that?
The other day I was walking upstairs and I was thinking like wiener wrap a dog, make it rolled over. Like that shit sticks in your head. All those old ass commercials.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't get rid of them.
It's amazing. I mean, it's like brilliant.
Let's see. Let's just dive in, and I'll put in 70s commercials and see what
Oh
comes
my
up.
God, it's gonna be crazy ass shit. Because I mean, they were brilliantly done. I mean, now it's kind of like buy our stuff, shut up, do it. You know, or you get prompted every 30 seconds on like social media. Social media, I finally realized why we've never met aliens. I think every civilization gets to a stage where they develop nuclear weapons and social media and just wipe their ass out.
One thing.
That's not from the 70s.
Shut up, buddy. What is
You ready?
this?
Here we go.
When I was a kid, the closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium.
That's
Now,
not
thanks to
true.
McDonald's, I'm the expert. You see, most fish is not government inspected, but all McDonald's
Yes, it
fish
is.
U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all prime white filet. No fish cakes, not ground up, not mixed with other fish.
It's
a
square.
filet of fish, the best-selling fish sandwich in America. Tell them your nickname, Henry. They call me Jaws.
Quality you can taste.
That's how bad Catholics.
I
knew
love
it.
that.
That's how we knew it was Lent.
the smoker's announcement. Quality you can taste.
You, not me.
It's funny.
But that's how we always knew it was Lent. Like, you know, it's like they started doing filet of fish ads.
Who puts cheese on a fish sandwich? That's gross.
Well, you don't like cheese.
That's just gross, man.
My mother told me you can't drink milk with cheese.
Let's play a game. Game.
Oh, you can play Einstein if you got some mind.
Oh, that's an
You
8.
can be the red.
Oh,
and you
God,
can be
this
the
guy.
green, and you can be the yellow, and you can be the blue. But don't you touch Einstein until he tells you to. Einstein's a computer that's lots of fun. 4 can play or just
What's
one.
this, an
If you
idiot
win,
version of
Einstein
Simon?
knows, but if you
I think
lose,
this came out
Einstein
first.
goes.
Oh.
Johnson?
Oh, you doesn't have to call it Johnson. Its name is Einstein. Or you can call it Ein, or you can call it Stein.
People in the Los Angeles area are discovering a brand new way to enjoy the great taste of Coke. The convenient 8-ounce California Compact.
It's back.
Really
Pony cans.
I think it's a good thing.
Dear God.
I just think the smaller cans like that, just really come in handy. If I'm going out swimming or going out to a rock to lay down, I can throw them in my purse.
There's only one soft drink available in the
Wait, Sherry
convenient
sent one
new
over. Let me
8-ounce
play
can.
this.
Aren't you glad it's Coke?
Oh my.
Oh, God. We used to actually sing this in school.
Oh yeah, have a Coke in it.
Yeah, they used to make us sing this in school.
This is how they ended Mad Men.
Really? Oh. Ugh. I just want to mutilate an orphan listening to this.
Of course you do, Jim. You know, you and I were orphans. So
That's why I'm,
you're going to mutilate
I'm
me?
keeping it real. You're not an orphan now. You got picked up. You're off waivers now. Look, there's a guy in a cowboy hat. That guy's not going to be hanging out with anybody but white people. Let's be real.
Wait, he could be from the Village People.
No, that wasn't the guy from the Village People. Nope. That guy knows he's got him. He gauges his importance on how big his truck is.
Oh, we had a guy like that trying to pass us this week on the road. It was pretty funny. So here's one from the 70s. This will crack you up.
The fuck? Oop. Mark Perry wants to come in. Hang on. I got him.
That was from the Kiss Dolls commercial. There was a commercial for Kiss Dolls.
Of course there was. They weren't dolls. They were action figures. Hey, Mark.
They were dolls.
You there, man?
Yeah, man. I'm here. How's it going?
Hey.
There he is.
What's up?
Hey. How's everybody tonight?
Welcome to Amnesia Lane.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
What's going on, Mark? Anything new?
Who was the, I was trying to remember, like, who was the one guy that used to call in all the time? And he would hang on the line the whole time, and cool guy. I don't know him, though, but I just couldn't remember his name. But
Pat?
No, not Pat. No.
Doc?
It was,
Or they,
yeah, Doc.
Doc
yeah.
Jimmy. Doc, yeah.
Is he still around?
Oh, yeah.
He's around, but he just hasn't been calling in lately. I don't know if he's busy. Or just,
babysitting.
I think he's
bad
just
connection.
tired of us never letting him say a damn thing.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
That's true.
We are assholes, kind of.
Well, I knew that
right.
before I dialed in. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You know, it's
You're
like
you're a Perry. You know these things. You go to the meetings.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, of course.
you're at band practice, Jim. You know, well, not Jim, but Mark.
Don't get us confused, man.
But you're at band practice, and what does the singer do when everybody else is just speaking amongst themselves? They grab the microphone. They're like, "Guys, I have something to say to you." Does every singer not do that at band practice?
I'll tell you one thing the singer doesn't do is carry equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the end of the night, I know one that really does. I can say that.
I'm kidding. Actually, I mean, everyone sings. Everyone sings in my band except for me and the other percussionists. So that's
then
cool.
nobody would carry anything.
No, it's true. No, I know. Actually, they're super cool. Like everybody helps out. So that's one of the reasons I think we could be around for a minute, but who knows?
So Mark, tell everybody who your band is again.
Okay. So the band is called Bloom and Decay, and the name comes from a Grateful Dead song called Eyes of the World. We are Grateful Dead tribute band, obviously, and we are 6-piece, so 2 guitars, bass, keys, and myself, drums, and a percussionist. So it's
Mickey Hart.
It's pretty lit. Yeah. We've played only maybe like 6 gigs, something like that.
But you did play the Water Tower recently, correct?
We played the Water Tower, yes.
Very nice.
And I want some credit because if you look up with the Water
Yes,
Tower
Well, Paul gets the
It's-
credit because he gave me the contact. But anyway, go ahead.
No, but if you look up the water tower online, the photo it shows is of old school, and that's my fault.
Good for you.
Oh, okay,
We
cool.
appreciate that. Some of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, we enjoyed that. That was fun. I mean, we had to play for free. That was
Gotcha.
one of the catches. But they did invite us back for not for free, which
For
is
$50.
right.
Free,
So-
free bowling.
yeah, free. Yeah, we get a free unlimited go-kart rides.
The 10th frame is free
Yeah.
if you throw a
so-
strike on the first try.
But honestly, that was our best gig yet. I
Oh,
I don't want to say like pack the place, but it was full. Everyone was jamming, so it was fun.
That's a good place.
What do you
to
have
play,
coming
man.
up in your schedule?
Nothing. Truly, I mean, actually, there probably are some there probably are some gigs on the calendar for.
We have a number of exciting developments in the works.
Yeah.
We're
that I'm
touring with
not at
Tesla,
liberty-
the ghost of Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah, that would.
No, we're gonna probably. Well, we'll be back at the water tower on March 9th. So there you go.
See? And many exciting endeavors before that, but we can't discuss them now because the contracts are not signed and the ink is not dry.
Correct.
And you haven't gotten your coupons for your free go-kart rides.
I just
That's
look for
exactly
the
right.
Star
Yeah.
Wars game when I'm there next time.
Yeah.
What's Star
Bring
Wars
the
game?
bring the
Star
kids. Go to the bouncy house. It's fine.
They do
They
have,
have a bouncy house? I didn't know they had a bouncy house.
yeah, they have Star Wars pinball machine. They have laser tag.
I know it's laser tag, but
They have.
I don't
they have
equate- I don't
they have
equate
a
that with
zip,
Star
They have a
Wars.
zip line and
Oh.
climbing thing.
neat.
I
I haven't been in the game room in a couple of years.
I was in there briefly the first year we did New Year's Eve. This year, though, I heard it's unlimited. So for the machines. So during the break, I am going to try and find a beer and disappear for a little while. I need my pinball, man.
Relive your teenage
Plus-
years, drinking a beer, playing pinball.
I believe I read that they're open till 2:00, and we should be done before 2.
Oh, that's nice. At least they
So at least get some time to
chance
maybe go play
it,
some
yeah.
games because I'm a pinball nut.
I'm not a pinball expert, but I do have a favorite pinball machine, and so I'll see if you guys can. I mean, I know there's a million out there, so see if you can guess it, and then you tell me yours.
8-ball deluxe.
No,
You got to give us a hint. There's a million pinball machines.
I know. All right, you're
No,
right. Never mind. I'm just going to tell you. It's Black Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Played many a Black Knight.
I can't remember. I don't think I had a favorite.
I used to play the one with the space shuttle on it all the time when I was a kid.
I just remember I was playing the hey Vinny. I was playing we went skiing one time when I was in college and we were in the middle of fucking
Vinny.
nowhere. And we went to the game room in a blizzard and they had like one pinball machine. It was the Star Trek, The
I
Next
like
Generation.
That was a good one.
But it was kind of, it was like, it had all kinds of shit. It had 2 levels.
Engage.
But the funniest part was I was getting really pissed at the end and I tilted it, and you hear it knocks, and then you hear Worf go, "You are without honor." Lost my shit.
Oh my
I
God.
laughed my ass off.
I love Worf. Oh God, I love that show.
That was I just read his autobiography, Patrick Stewart's autobiography.
Oh, how was it?
It's pretty good. Yeah. Really, really good. He's a dog, man. That guy fucked everything that moved.
He had a couple problems with marriages. I read along the way.
Do you remember the episode where he meets an archaeologist on the sex planet?
No, but I think I don't know.
Well, he wound up dating her while he was married, and that broke up his first marriage. I was shocked.
It tends to have that effect.
Yeah, but I was just shocked. It was that chick from that show, from the show. I mean, I
Well,
didn't.
she wore the spandex, man.
No, you're thinking of Buck Rogers.
Oh yeah. Oh, Erin.
Easy,
Erin-
put that away.
What was her name?
Erin Gray. You don't know?
Before,
Dude, get out of the club.
And like the cool
hand in
thing
your
about Erin
hand in your
Gray
testicles and get out.
is that she was like, it was the age when breast implants were coming along, but she was like, nope, don't need to do it.
No, she was fine.
She was hot enough.
She was like very athletic, and she wore spandex.
She was
That's all it takes.
beautiful. She was beautiful.
I was a little upset when she went back to her natural color. I liked her as a blonde.
Oh.
But then again, it was season 2. It sucked anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Easy now.
My memory's just.
We just like totally like see this, Mark. This is why Doc doesn't come on. This is what we do. We go down a rabbit hole.
What rabbit?
Yeah.
See,
Red.
I mean, Aaron Gray was the
Jerry
total fox, so I don't blame you.
Oh my God.
But I mean, it's so funny. You watch that show. I mean, it was scary because even Gil Gerard was wearing the spandex, and it's like,
well, so was every rock
all
band at
right,
that
I'll get
time.
through it because Aaron Gray is going to come on in a minute. But like, they just had everybody. I mean, you just don't look I'm not talking about him, but you just can't look bad in spandex. I mean, you might. I've been to Walmart and I've seen some of the
you
shit
can
they
look
have,
bad in spandex.
but I don't want to think about that. I repress a lot of shit.
I don't know
but
why you brought up that again.
Easy now, easy. But it was funny. They had an episode where there was like a 25th century band, and they played these weird. It was like all electronic, and I'm like, oh God, I hope the world never comes to that. Now I'm like, oh God, the world's come to that.
I'll give you one guess because I see it's easy with me.
Mm-hmm.
What my favorite pinball machine is. It's actually not my favorite playing pinball machine.
Oh my God, just do it.
The one I want.
Marketing spin-offs that make the big money, like the pinball machines that so far have grossed more than $80 million. Who's making love to your?
If you don't know who that is by now, but just by that laugh.
And the desperate children who play the games, pumping millions of quarters in them every year.
Certainly from the beginning, we all realized that because they're...
Let me guess.
Well, I can guess.
I know you saw the visual.
I would have guessed it anyway.
Mark probably knows.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Can you play it again one more time?
Michelle knows.
Let me see if I can find something else.
I mean, if someone else knows, yeah, go ahead.
She wins.
Good
What does she
catch.
win?
I can't say.
Do we have like a diaper we can sign or something?
There's no diapers in this room.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's for next week.
I was going to
We'll
test
go out
one.
drinking.
No, maybe.
Maybe
we can do this. I don't know.
Here, we'll play the.
Okay.
Here's the sounds of the machine, Mark. If it works.
That's not it. Oh.
But the music's appropriate to the time frame.
No, it isn't. That came out later than that.
I don't know if they're going to play the sounds or not.
No, they're just going to play this awful, shitty disco music.
What the hell, man? Oh, my God. I just want the sounds of the goddamn pinball machine is what I want. Here we go. Ready?
Is that the Ron Jeremy pinball machine?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. That's still pretty generic.
It is.
Playing the classic.
Oh, my God. I can't win.
It's horrifying.
I'm just trying to
like
find
the sounds of
because
arcades,
it does.
man.
Boom.
Like we had the best arcade in the world here. We had a spaceport.
You did have a spaceport.
Yeah, we had two
I came
spaceports.
here to play at that spaceport.
I used to love it.
I used to go to spaceport in the Chamonix Mall, and there was one at Oxford Valley
I
Mall.
had been there. I was shocked there was another spaceport. That bugged me. It was
They were all over the place.
I didn't know that. It made me. It diminished me in some way
Why?
because I thought
You thought you were special.
I did.
Aren't you special?
You know.
It's the Kiss pinball machine, Mark.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that seems obvious.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the best playing pinball machine. There's a lot of pinball machines I like
We
better.
we played it in M3, didn't we?
Yes.
You and I played it.
It's there. Every year I play it. I talk to it.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen.
Yeah. And I
did understand that the latest Rush pinball machine.
it's very good.
It's well, yeah. I heard varying opinions. So it looks
enjoy
good. It plays the sounds. Plays the music.
It's a good pinball machine.
It's good. Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it.
So when I go to Vegas, I normally go to the Pinball Hall of Fame, and that was one of their featured new machines when I was there last time.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I like that.
What was the Elton John one? Was just Pinball Wizard?
No,
I know there was an Elton
all
John.
kinds of stuff on it.
No, I know. I just can't remember what it was called.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, there was one in the 70s, and then there's, I think, a modern one. I played the Mandalorian pinball machine. That's very good. I don't know.
Let's see. Let me Google it.
They have a
Captain Fantastic. That's the one
okay.
I'm thinking of. That was it.
Sherry sending us in Rubik's Cafe Games. It's some sort of link
in Melbourne, Florida.
But down in AC, they have a pinball room at the former Showboat, which is now the Showboat Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bunch of pinball machines in there, but no comparison to places like the Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. That is by far one of the best places I've been to. But there's all kinds of places all around where you can go to these places and play pinball and all that stuff. And honestly, the one at Oaks is really good.
This place is amazing. There's a retro arcade in Wildwood on the boardwalk, and they've got all kinds of old shit there.
Which in Wildwood.
In Wildwood, yeah. They actually had Crazy Climber.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that was the New Kiss pinball machine. There's two, and the problem with the New Kiss pinball machine, it's not a problem, but they have actual songs to play on. It's not electronic music now, but the songs are not the original recordings.
Well, they're not going to do that.
They're the scab recordings
of the guys you were playing, or
yeah, that was Paul, Gene, Tommy, and Eric Singer. And they recut the songs, and they released an album of this stuff. But the reason they did that wasn't to release the songs for people to listen to. It's so that they can do copyright stuff without having to pay other people for their work. It's a popular thing. I know. I have a friend who's in a big band, very big band, and they had him go back and recut all the guitar parts for the original guitar player. So that, I mean, he didn't tell me this, but I know that's what they did, so that they wouldn't have to pay him royalties anymore. And, you know, Ozzy, well, not Ozzy, but Sharon did that. There's a version of Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman that's out there. It's part of one of the remaster reissues, but it's not the original guys on it. It's other people sitting in and covering the parts. All famous people, but still kind of weird. Can't Jim?
No, Sherry just sent us a link to
for Arcade Up.
Yeah, I mean, I could actually afford some of these. I mean, I don't get the Pong game.
Yeah, you remember Johnny Cowan, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got like 3 or 4 of those machines in his man cave. They're like mounted on the wall. You can stand there. It's like
you're at
the arcade.
Guy I used to work with does that. It's cool.
I saw a Tempest
machine. Dragon's Lair.
It was like
400. That was your shit.
$450 for Tempest.
It's $299 for Pong. That seems overpriced.
Yeah, Pong's pretty basic. I remember the first time I played Pong. It was at the GCC Northeast movie. It was a 2 movie then, before they split it into 4. Anybody from Northeast Philly would know that. They had a Pong machine, and the line was insane. Everybody wanted to play Pong. It was brand new. Do you remember those days?
I do. Yeah, I remember.
Like people just standing around watching 2 lines and a dot.
I remember they had with Pong, and then if you got the really complicated machines, you could play hockey.
This is like when my grandfather. I remember when people would stand around and they'd wind up the machine and they put the needle down and some sounds would come out.
There you go.
Yep. GCC. You heard that sound and you got excited.
Yeah. The movie was about to start and everything was good to go.
Bad. Listen how bad that music is. That's what the machine sounds like when it's running. So I've been watching The Gilded Age. I don't know who else, anybody else watches that.
I keep thinking about it, but I haven't done it yet.
And
only if it ends with like the Titanic sinking, then fine.
You know, it's loosely based on the barons and stuff of the 1880s to the 1900s. You know, these guys that went and
the Baron. Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
I thought you meant the barons, like the Pine Barons.
No, like Andrew Carnegie and all that.
Yeah.
So they did an episode where they had strikers and stuff like that because it was like a steel mill in Pittsburgh and there was all this stuff going on. And so that made me, go back and watch some history stuff about, when that happened for real. Because in the show, they kind of whitewashed it and nobody got hurt. But in reality, like people died.
Oh, yeah. People got
the
messed up.
Pinkerton police came in and started shooting at people and all. The Pinkerton detectives, they weren't the police.
Yeah.
They were hired.
Private detectives.
Yeah. Very interesting period in history. If you want to understand why we have unions, go look it up. It's pretty interesting reading, and you'll learn a little bit about why these things are here. Now, in the modern era, these things cost money, and they did then as well. People they wanted 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 hours of
jacking off
personal time.
Yeah. That was a Henry Ford thing, wasn't it?
He was
I think
all
he
about
was the guy that started that.
He was pretty good
5-day
about
week, 8-hour day thing.
his employees. He was pretty good about it.
I think he was kind of a fascist, but
well,
he was good to his employees.
He was a bit of a fascist.
Just a
He had a
little
friend. He liked that guy Hitler a little bit.
Yeah. What's wrong with him? He seemed like he liked
Yeah,
his
he seemed-
country. He was nice to his dogs.
Mhm.
Sure, he's fine. Yeah.
If you like that sort of thing, it could come back again.
Dressed nicely. Yeah, very designer clothes. Mustache was a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like his hair. You know, I could do that if I got my hair cut the other day, and the woman parted my hair on the side, and I said,
Oh,
"Yeah."
I thought you were going to say down the middle.
No, on the side. I used to part it in the middle, but it naturally parts on the side.
It's feathered.
And I'm like, I was like, yeah, don't do that. She's like, why? And then I said, part it on the side, do it. And she goes, okay. And then I went like this. And she's like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. It's like, yeah, I look like Hitler if you part my hair on the side. Don't do that, please.
If you start screaming and,
Start saying, Europe as we know it will cease to exist. That kind of shit. Yeah.
I'll play it for you.
Are you going to play some Hitler?
Screaming as he orated, right?
Sure.
Here we go.
Whoa. I didn't know he was so melodic.
Probably get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
Man müsste die ganze Luftwaffenführung sofort auf...
Yeah, he could be saying anything. Turn that off.
Anyway, do you start spouting off like that?
No, I just kind of.
Your voice isn't that.
Fix my hair, and I don't speak German.
Well, you can do it in English somehow, I guess.
I don't want to do that. Well, I know you can do it in English. I've heard people do it in English.
But they don't scream like that these days.
They don't scream. No, they just say dumb shit, and people buy into it.
Happens, man.
That's what happens. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I know what I'm gonna do, but
what are you gonna do?
Not gonna say.
Oh, you're literally not gonna say.
Don't want to get in trouble. I can't tell you about it. It's like I said before. We don't do political stuff because we're not that stupid.
No, we like Pac-Man.
We do like Pac-Man. I didn't like Mrs. Pac-Man. It made me feel weird, kind of weird. Couldn't really
Guys
identify
didn't play
with
Miss
it.
Pac-Man unless there was only one Pac-Man.
Yeah, if
machine.
there was the only one. I think if you were like a diner and your parents were taking their fucking time, then I would play it. But,
and your sister was in a tap competition.
oh, they both were. It was a nightmare.
It was like this.
I hated the fact that they had tap shoes and they covered them in some kind of like silver shit that came off whenever like
got all over everything.
What was that?
I don't know. Probably asbestos.
Probably causes cancer. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's just fine. It's just asbestos.
Yeah, no worries. It's covered in radium. It'll be good. Your teeth will glow.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like my mom blowing smoke in my face and telling me, don't smoke, it'll kill you. Thanks, Mom.
Why do I feel like these are therapy sessions?
What else are they? Why wouldn't they be?
What do you think, Mark?
I think he thinks he's sorry he called in.
I think he bailed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's therapy. So we're here to relax, have fun, just chit chat, whatever.
Yeah, you tell stories about your past. How is it not therapy? I mean, you've heard my stories. They sound like child abuse.
Yeah, so Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. See, that was
I played that until I finally won it. That was the only 50-cent machine that I can remember. Well, maybe not the only, but the first.
No, it was one of the first. Yeah.
One of the first. And yes, I spent too much money on that, but that was the one I wanted to conquer because I knew that you could win it, and I finally did. I spent way too much money, but my main games were Galaga and Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, Galaga!
And I could still kick anyone's ass in either one of those two today. So bring it on. Tempest was okay, but I wasn't that good. I like Tempest, but
anything with like that wheel controller I just couldn't do it.
Centipede. Centipede was good, but another game that I sucked at.
Missile
but everyone, Command. All the nerds would get it right. It was Missile Command.
Yeah.
If you move the ball here, you can definitely get each ball.
The best was.
Do
you remember? Do you remember? Did you guys have like an arcade where they had the football with the trackball?
I don't remember that, but we had our
Because
local.
you'd hear it like guys would be wailing on the machine to get it.
It
Like,
would, it would
no, I mean
howl.
like.
I
like
thought you meant the spin ball.
It was, but they're hitting it so hard to get it to move.
Track and field.
Yeah, track and field was another one. Yeah, you had to hit the buttons like really fast.
In Northeast Philly, we had the Galaxy. It was called, not to be confused with the nightclub in Northeast.
That is confusing
in South Jersey. But we had Galaxy, which was it was an arcade over in Roosevelt Mall, which wasn't a mall; it was a shopping center.
All right, enough of this.
But that's where everybody would go there, and then at night, everybody would park their car outside of Galaxy. And everybody would just hang, and it was like sort of like the 1950s. People would cruise. I used to go up there, and I would have I had 2 sets of speakers in my car, like a set that was wired in, but I could remove it out, put it on the roof of my car, and
why don't you get
I would blast Animal
Child.
And they had mounted police up there, and the mounted policeman would come over, and it was usually me and Larry. You guys, can you just knock it off?
I will hit you with a
And then he would turn to us and be like, "Aren't you too old to even be here?" Because we were at that. At least for myself, I was
riding a fucking horse.
I was in that in between age, between 18 and 21. Like, where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah,
you're too old to hang out where all the kids hang out, but you're too young to get into the 21 places.
You go to the under 21 room at Pulsations.
Yes, that was not anywhere near us.
It was very me neither. Yeah, it was very far away.
That was another world.
I never went there, but that was a whole nother thing.
So we hung out at the parking lot at Roosevelt Mall, and Vinny just wrote, there's a Wendy's there. There used to be a Roy Rogers. That was the place.
Oh, I miss Roy Rogers.
So everybody would say, "Oh, go to Roy's, going to get some fries," and go to the Fixins bar.
Yeah, you just get like an order of fries and then fill up on the Fixins.
That's what they did. That place probably made no money, man. They're like, "Man, we really keep going through the chopped onions."
We used to go to the mall. Like, we were mall rats. We went there every day. And I remember during the summer of 81, we would go to Spaceport. We'd hang out. We'd play games. And right next to it was a Chick-fil-A, and they had a trivia thing going on. You didn't have to buy anything.
To be in the trivia?
You could go in and ask for the scratch off.
Oh, they were like these fucking kids.
Oh, they were. You go in and ask for the scratch. You could get one like every so many hours. So we would go in, get a couple of scratch offs, and then we would it was like, it was stupid things like fill in the blank, Scooby blank, like it was really dumb. So we would all get the cards and we'd like sit there and answer. And if anybody was stupid enough not to know, we'd help them. And then once we had enough, like to mix and match, everyone would go get lunch for free. And then we go back to the arcade, and then we do it all over again later.
It's like a story for you. So there was a little coupon clipper magazine they used to put in the front of our houses when we were growing up in Philly, called the Carrier Pigeon.
Yeah.
So Larry and I decided one day we found, we got our Carrier Pigeons. And there's a coupon in here for $100,000 bar, one free bar. Well, we went down the whole street, stole the coupons out of each one. And so we had a stack, probably had about 15 to 20 each.
Thieving bastards.
So we went to this poor guy. He owned a little deli in the neighborhood.
Oh, you ran him out of business.
This poor guy, he had like an accent. I don't know where he was from.
Everybody who had a deli had an accent.
So
back then.
we go in, and we're after the second day, third day, he's like looking at you like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Then
what kind of accent was it? Was he like, "Hello, would you like a corned beef on the rye?"
No, it was heavily. It was a heavy accent. So the third or fourth day, he flipped out and started screaming at us.
Yeah,
and told us we weren't allowed back in, and that we're costing him money, and you don't understand, and because he has to. It was.
I have a $100,000 bar budget.
Just imagine what it was.
Really hard to put that in the spreadsheet, you fuckers.
He was trying to use logic on us, and he's like, this is so people get introduced to the product, and I am not going to imitate him because it would just be wrong.
Yes,
but it was pretty funny, and we were just like, we were terrified. Everybody on that street hated us. The pharmacy hated us because we came in because they had Kiss magazines. Bregman's Pharmacy.
We got this coupon for condoms.
We would go in there and rifle through the magazines every week. Is there a good picture? I don't know. I'm not going to buy the magazine. It's $1.25 for a magazine. And then there was it was a hardware store, and there was a little old man in there. And, you know, when I went in there with my grandfather, he was cool as shit to me because him and my grandfather were cool, and my grandfather would buy stuff.
What the hell are you going into a hardware store for?
I just liked walking around the hardware store.
Just standing in front of the screw bins, giggling.
This is what I used to do. I used to walk in there. I'd be like, if I bought this, I could build that. So I would formulate plans in my head, and then I would save money up and go in and buy all the stuff. He thought I was in there stealing from him. I wasn't that kid.
That's like the time I went into a Radio Shack wearing a sunglasses and a hoodie. The guy locked the door. I shit you not.
What are you going to steal in a Radio Shack?
I wasn't going to steal. I just was going in to get something. But I had my hood up and I had sunglasses on.
The Unabomber's here.
It was when it was in Phoenixville, and there was actually a guy bombing up and down
the
road, so they just locked the door and wouldn't let me in. I was like, come on. I need some LEDs and some anal nitrate. What's going on?
You. So one of my characters from Halloween, you know, his head broke off and his eyes burned out. So I ordered diodes. I bought, they only sell them like packs of 50.
Oh yeah, I got a billion of them.
So I bought a whole pack of assorted diodes and redid his eyes, and I'll be damned it doesn't look dead.
What's the voltage on them?
I don't know.
You better know. You'll burn them out.
No, I just grabbed it. I'll show you. It's working just fine.
Well, you burn them out. You got 50 of them, so who cares?
You gotta get that voltage right. By the way, I think you gave me a laser.
I think I did.
And I was like, I couldn't tell what voltage it was, so I got like a little USB. You know, USBs are 5 volts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I can start at 5 volts. If I burn it at 5 volts, it's shit anyway. I don't care. So I hooked it up to 5-volt power, and it worked really well. And it like you focus it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Red?
It's blue.
Blue.
So that's why I thought you gave me a red one, but I have a blue one. I don't know where the hell I got it.
So I have a really cool laser unit.
Well, wait a minute. You got to hear this.
Okay, sorry.
I set it down on the desk for a minute.
What did you burn a hole through?
And I put my hand down, and it burnt the shit out of my hand. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, how is this doing that? Like, I've never had a laser so powerful that actually burnt me.
It's not the one I'm thinking of.
So now I have a laser that'll burn shit.
Look out. Hey, kids.
I had an idea, but I didn't want to do it because that would be cruel and against the law.
Against the law.
And evil.
Breaking the law.
Yeah. So I didn't do it anyway.
All right.
What were you saying now?
I don't know.
Okay. But
want to go back to the commercials?
We could do that.
Let me see what I want to find it better. Oh, this.
Well, I got to ask you an arcade question. So,
right.
so Mark was playing Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
I actually was good at Space Ace. Was the other Laserdisc game that, and I wasn't good at it. But I played Cliffhanger. That was impossible. But the thing with Dragon's Lair and Space Ace is if you played them and you had any kind of competence, you would get a crowd.
Because, absolutely.
These especially
it was entertaining too.
Well, you're watching a cartoon,
yes,
and especially Space Ace because it was linear. Mm-hmm. Whereas Dragon's Lair, you did the same shit over and over until you got to a certain score, and then you got to the end.
Right.
But Space Ace was a cartoon, and it built, and it just kept going. Oh, those little fucking brats that would sit there and be like, "Hit it, do this." Oh my god, I wanted to swat those kids.
So I played Star Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I played Galaga, and my favorite game,
Tempest,
was Asteroids.
Oh, really?
And then after that was Space Duel.
Okay. Wait, was Space Duel? Was that the one that really cheap?
It was 2, but it was in color. It was Asteroids with 2 ships.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
On a pivot point.
Yeah.
And I used to go visit Ken Chin. He lived over in Cherry Hill. And we used to walk over to the Cherry. That's the rich people laugh.
Oh, okay.
We used to walk over to the Cherry Hill Mall, and there was at the movie theater or something. There was a Space Duel machine in there. We used to go in there and just bogart the damn thing for a couple hours. We'd bring $2.
What did you ever get the kids that would walk over? Like you just get the machine, and some asshole comes up, puts like 50 quarters across
the top. Yeah.
And I just like reach in my pocket, put another quarter. I put a quarter up. I'm like, I don't care, but I put a quarter up.
Yeah,
I don't care.
That caused problems.
Yeah, but it's like, what are you going to do? You gonna fight me over it?
Well, I'll tell you what happens. So I was on an asteroids machine.
Hey, there's Pat Shoemaker.
I'm on an asteroids machine.
Uh-huh.
Minding my own business. And I have a stack of quarters. Because I put my quarters up and in the
See,
machine.
I didn't do that because I wasn't a douchebag. I don't do that.
So I was in there, but it was my machine.
Hmm.
It was my machine.
Okay.
And this little punk ass kid comes in with a bowl cut, smoking. And he's standing there watching me and he wants to play the machine. So he keeps blowing smoke and
punch him in his uterus.
Well, I flipped out on him and I just said, dude, knock the fuck off or whatever. And
yeah.
Well, I was at this machine every day at 2 times a day, once before school.
So people knew this was something that happened.
That was, yeah. So he got his big brother to come find me.
I did that for my little brother.
See?
Did you kick Paul's ass to get him off the machine?
Maybe it was me kicking Paul's ass. I don't know.
I had one of those snap button shirts and all the buttons ripped open, and there I was with my skinny ass rib cage showing.
Oh, he actually jacked you up and shit?
Oh, the guy pulled me off the machine and threatened me.
Oh my god!
And he looked, to me, he looked like he was like 30 years old. He was probably like 20.
Yeah,
he had a mustache. I'm like, this guy's got facial hair.
I guess I saw you in Stranger Things. Actually,
it was right out of a Stranger Things episode.
Oh my god!
And it was at the donut shop. There was a donut shop across the street from
my ass kicked at a donut shop.
Yeah,
that's extra. Oh my god!
Oh, the waitress behind the counter was screaming and yelling and all this.
Did you tell him there's 2 sides to every story?
I didn't have the opportunity to use any linguistic ability. It was wham! I was playing the machine. Next thing I know, I was outside in the cold with my shirt ripped open.
Wow, maybe he just liked you.
Fist on my throat.
Yeah.
Oh, nice guy.
Yeah, he let me know not to go near his brother, and I was like, "But your brother."
I didn't go near your brother. Your brother came over here
to me.
So I got kind of a story like that, but it's kind of the opposite, where my brother comes running up to me, and he was a skinny little dude, and I was leather, and I was the head. And he comes up to me, this guy says he's going to kick your ass. He's bugging me, and I told him about you. He said he would kick your ass. So as soon as the guy came over, I popped him. I knocked him the hell out.
Yeah, why not?
So you can't do that as an adult. Then it's like, oh,
No.
they're being charged.
Yeah, but if you're a teenager, you're like, fuck it, man. I've heard the song. I'm going to kill this kid.
Yeah.
But dude, I scared the hell out of the dude. He woke up and got up off of the ground, and I was walking towards him, and he was like, dude, whoa.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, well, you got a big mouth. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, we'd get into it. Like guys would do that shit. Like, I'll kick your ass. I'm like, you really want to? I will. I'm like, go ahead. What? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be afraid or something? Yeah, man. That's what happens when you're like raised by wolves and you only have Bugs Bunny as like a role model.
Keep losing my audio, dude.
Where's my anvil?
What's that?
Dude, where's my anvil?
Yeah, really. It's like, somebody. Oh, God. Top Cat? Seriously?
I never liked Top Cat.
I have Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Do you still have them?
I don't know.
Bring them over here.
I think I finally had to get rid of it. I think I lost the heads.
Oh, what a beautiful day for
It's not a cartoon. That's
Smoke them if you got them.
Didn't he run for president?
Conjunction, junction. What's your
What the hell is going on here?
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
I'm still mad that they got rid of Vanilla Crunch.
Oh, I didn't know they did.
It was the best cereal ever. It was like vanilla Captain Crunch.
It's probably too many chemicals.
It was probably made out of like arsenic and radium. But no, you know what it was? The problem was that the character was a whale, but she had like lips with lipstick on it, and that was too whorish for the 70s.
Oh, well.
So moms freaked out, so they took the lips off and they just made it like a normal cartoon whale. But it went away. We had that in school.
Really?
Yeah.
Bomb. Get time bomb.
Do it because you tell me to. The hell's this clutch? Oh God, Davy and Goliath. Fuck you. I've never seen that.
I never saw that either.
HR Puffin stuff.
I was there. Yeah. Oh God, Heckle and Jekyll. That I remember.
I remember that well.
Hey, Kelly Cruz here.
Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Oh yeah. Well, what is like one of the Kroth brothers died just recently.
Oh, Quick Straw.
Quick Straw McGraw.
Hong Kong Phooey.
I'm sure it's coming.
Oh, I fucking hated Casper.
I didn't like Casper either.
Pussy.
Oh, I wanted that.
Now it's a cap-firing pistol. You've won with Johnny 7, the one-man army gun.
Tracy to kids.
Dick Tracy. When the hell did this come on?
The new Dick Tracy.
I love Dick Tracy.
That keeps you in constant touch with your buddies.
Well, that was the weird thing. Like every once in a while, they'd put something on, like Clutch Cargo or Space Angel. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, Space Ghost was clutch.
Space Ghost was weird, yeah. What the fuck is this?
Or be destroyed by a hidden bomb. Capture the enemy's flag.
Thanks for recording this in your living room, douchebag.
Why, does it sound like your living room?
Kinda, yeah.
No, his living room. His mom got rid of the television.
Yeah, she gave it away.
Face pie.
Make sure mom puts on some boiling grease before it hits you in the face. Oh no.
Was that a cartoon?
Yeah, that was a cartoon. It was like they did that. They did the Jackson 5, and then they like recolored it and called it the Osmonds. Wow. The fuck is this?
That's the voice of the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
It's scary.
Milton the Monster.
Oh boy,
he was just born recently.
We're supposed to be living that now.
Oh dear, this brings back terrible memories.
It's adamant. His strength, his might.
Oh my God, Adamant.
Huh?
Listen to that voice.
Oh, Secret Squirrel. I didn't know it had a theme song.
I didn't either. I remember this.
The Hillbilly Bear. Don't, motherfucker.
That dog was on everything. That laugh.
Oh, Squiddly Diddly.
What was the guy that was on with the guitar? Had the long beard. It wasn't Yosemite Sam, but it was the other guy, and he was like he had a weird walk, and he was playing guitar all the time, and just some stories.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember.
I can't remember his name, but he was funny as hell.
Oh,
Hambone.
Oh, that's Hambone.
Hambone.
You got the dud.
Let's see if we can skip ahead to some stuff we know. Oh, I just saw Super Friends, I think.
Dopey Doctors? Tells you the guy who did my surgery. See, that's when kids could beat the shit out of each other. I miss that. It's like bum fights, but it's kids. The fuck is this nightmare?
I don't know. Oh, it broke the camel's back.
I thought it was a metaphor.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. They had him in the latest Spider-Verse movie.
Yes.
He was just like standing there because it's like really shitty animation. All right, nobody ever watched this.
No, I don't understand the fascination.
I don't get it. The Fantastic Four sucks. Birdman Attorney at Law is actually pretty good.
Hey Jim, do you have a stand-up routine?
God no.
You should.
Mm.
You could, like mid-set between old school, whatever.
No, he made me do that once. It was horrifying.
It was at an
Have you ever seen Jim on a stage? No.
Nobody wants to see me go up there and just wet my pants.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck you, man. You know what? That's a good way to really, make somebody do better. You really suck, man. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Listen,
I can't wait to go up there again.
I'm going to tell you something. My nephew went to the School of Rock.
I know.
And every time he got done, I would go.
You went up and destroyed him.
I did.
You suck. Everything you did was bad, and you should kill yourself.
He is the best.
Oh, your mom's coming. Hey, how you
fucking
doing?
guitar player in the world now.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with you, you monster. Oh, the Frito Bandito. I don't think they're allowed to actually have that
So
anymore.
you upstaged the kids at School of Rock? Paul?
How about the three caballeros?
He walked up and told him, like, all right, y'all suck. Let me show
I'm
you how
like,
to do it.
no, I would go up to my nephew and tell him what he needed to improve on every time he played.
Right. You wouldn't take the guitar out of his hands and show him up.
No, never did that. No.
That's what he does when he has sex, too. He's like, all right, here's all the things you did wrong.
Wow.
It's like, I'm telling you,
If
at the
it
end,
works,
you have to back
you gotta
off
do
or
it.
it tickles. I've told you that. I'm tired of having to have this conversation. Oh, there's the crying Indian guy. What's his name? Something Iron Eyes or something? Jeffrey Iron
Mamma mia, that's some species. Spicy meatballs, Jack. Take 28.
What's going on with this guy? It's like going to my grandmom's house.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. The accent. Cut.
Sorry, that was the one with the glass in it.
Micey, ballsy, ballsy. Take
Yeah,
59.
that's what happens when you let him drop a lewd in between takes.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer?
Did I tell you? I told you the other day I grabbed something.
Sooner or
It was
later,
like
you're
some
gonna try a
thing to
while.
like boost your immunity
when
because
you
I thought I was
do-
getting sick. And I threw it in my mouth, started chewing. I didn't realize it was a fucking Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Oh, that was a bad day.
I love the voices from this year. Like if they're smoking and they've got the
We gotcha.
we gotcha. Oh, Burt Bacharach.
Angie Dickinson, I'd like to put my tongue right up your ass. Like that? Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Farrah Fawcett and oh god,
Joe
Joe
Namath.
Namath. Holy shit! How did that not sell everything?
Vic.
Butter. Oh god, this fucking thing.
Parquet Marjorie.
I have never gotten up for a midnight snack in the middle of the night, let alone been entertained by a fucking talking butter bowl.
Yeah, but you never forget it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not. I mean, some of the shit in the house talks to me, but I don't like giggling at it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking about the commercial. You
I'm mostly like, shut the fuck up. I want to go to bed, man.
Always gives you away.
I always thought Captain Crunch sounded a little wasted.
Drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crisp.
What is that thing?
I don't know. Quisp.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
His lips don't move. I'm not eating that shit. It's made out of Botox.
Maybe.
What's this stuff? Some cereal.
Noxinol 9. It's supposed to kill sperm.
I'm gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything.
I just remember when they said Mikey died from Pop Rocks.
There was that thing. That was a thing.
And I remember it going round and round and round, and then people started saying it was an urban legend, and I was like, I don't care either way. I want an iron-on for doing that in under 2 seconds.
And he dialed on a rotary phone really fast, too.
No, I had to do it right there at the counter. Right there, right next door neighbor, and she messed it all up, and she did miss cheese, and they gave it to her anyway. Why does Burger King still use the same 70s like colors and fonts and shit?
Did you see the hat she was wearing?
Yeah. Yes, fuck you. Give me some food. There's the Charmin.
Mr. Whipple, please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Dodie Goodman?
Hey, you two been married 3 months. How come Ned isn't housebroken yet? Oh, I've tried, Rosie.
I have a knack for spilling.
Who hasn't the knack in this place?
Stand up for yourself,
That's why I
dude.
switched to Bounty paper towels. They absorb faster than
The
any
quick
other
See,
Peppa-
I'm sorry. I have never gone to a restaurant and gotten an.
it's not nice to fool
Oh, this Christ! I've never gone anywhere and had someone like school me in what paper towels do. Is this where they have like an orgasm in the shower?
We were hooked on Irish Spring or something.
I have that in the
we
shower
would like
right now,
cut
yeah.
it with a knife.
Yeah,
just
we always,
like
I was like, how many times? My mom
how
used to
many
get so
kids
pissed.
did that?
Yes,
because they saw that like, oh, I'm gonna
My
cut
mom's
that
like,
soap.
why is there a bunch of fucking soap shavings in the bathroom?
that's funny, kids.
Because I want to know what's in there. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. What's gonna like gold?
Because you saw it in the commercial.
The entrance to
This
Genie's
is good
bottle. What the
stuff.
hell was going
It's-
to be there?
It's got layers, kids.
Oh God, it doesn't anymore. It's just green.
It's funny. It's funny the stuff you get wrapped up in as a kid.
But I remember we had that shampoo beer on tap.
Oh yeah,
I said, don't drink it.
Look
So
at there's
you're
beer
like,
in there.
Beer in here?
We did that. We were like,
This is
smells
smelling
like
beer.
beer.
Oh. I mean, we weren't doing the Tide
Was
Challenge.
Farrah Fawcett doing a commercial for that? I feel like she was.
She probably did. Who knows?
Man,
I just remember trying to ask.
There was another commercial that was for some air freshener that you opened up a little bit, it made smell, but if you pulled the thing open, it was like a
It
wand.
was like Renews It
It wasn't Renews It
because it does it.
Larry had it, and I was like, "Mom, we gotta get this stuff. It's great." You know, so we had a bathroom without a fan.
I was shocked that we never owned a
You know what I'm
clapper.
saying? A bathroom
Mhm.
without a fan.
I know. I have a bathroom without a fan.
That's nasty.
I know.
Yeah,
So I poop outside.
that's what my dog did. You know.
Well, I would hope so.
No, some dogs poop inside. You know.
I taught my cat to do it in the toilet. That
Thank
was
you,
kinda fun.
Sherry. Thank you for all the videos.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, maybe we'll go out with her. She sent Santa Claus is coming to town. Maybe we'll do that on the way. Well, it's not quite Christmas yet. Well, what do you got going on this weekend? Anybody got anything going on?
I think after this, my kid's going to be on a radio show on Montco Radio. So it's not MontcoRadio.com. It's just Google Montco Radio, and you can listen to her. Maybe she'll tell the horror. No, it's actually a Wix site. It's a different thing.
No,
she will tell the harrowing story of why I was up
Harrowing.
all fucking night.
No.
What?
You said harrowing.
Harrowing.
You said harrowing.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a thing here.
Oh.
What do you see? This is why you're mean to people.
I know.
You're
I'm
terrible.
disliked
Just
by
terrible,
many.
man.
Yeah, I'm a horrible
God.
person.
Worse than Hitler.
Yep.
You don't even dress nicely.
See?
At least Hitler had like designer suits.
Right.
His hair was nicely
I wear
greased.
Vice Grip garage shirts.
There you go. So, but yeah, Montco Radio at right after the show in like 4 minutes or so, she should be on, unless she's too tired from the nightmare of 4:00 this morning. So I don't know.
And I know that Pat's in the studio occasionally at this point working on new Sick Vicky material. And Mark Perry's got a show in March, but there's more in the works.
Yeah.
I don't have a show this weekend. I have a show next weekend with Old School at Nick's Roast Beef in Northeast Philly. I don't know
Woodhaven.
if they use the roast beef terminology anymore. It just might be Nick's Woodhaven.
I don't know, but the one on Cotman had the greatest roast beef ever.
Well, it's the same shit the other place, so you can go there. And
I think the other one was better.
They took all the people and brought them to the new location. Fine.
It's not the same.
They might even have brought the same pot. I don't know.
Nope, not the same.
Anywho, then after that, I've got December 29th at Screwballs for the end of year pre-extravaganza with Old School. And then, of course, we have New Year's at the Water Tower. And if you go to oldschoolrocksphilly.com, you can see all the advertisements on there and the deals that are being made. They're updated daily, and there's some great stuff going on there. You get a drinker's package, man, for New Year's Eve, and it's free play all night. Plus, you get Old School, but you can't have free play with Old School. It's just the games.
What are they at? What does that cost? Do you know? Do you remember?
It's like $100 and change or something.
But you get drinks and
and dinner is an open buffet. So if you're somebody that likes to strap on the feed bag
or anything else,
they had a bunch of really good. They had egg rolls last year and all kinds of delicacies. There was a lot of good food there. So if you want to do that, you can do that. I highly recommend it. But they're comparing a Granada to a Mercedes. That's what's going on for me in the next few weeks. And next week will be our last show till probably, I'm thinking January. I'm not sure.
Well, wait a minute. Next week is what?
It's next week.
Next week you don't have you have a show at Cotman.
Yeah, but next week we have a show.
Yeah, and then the following week
I'm unavailable.
You're off, and then you have one on the 29th.
Yeah, but I'm saying the P word.
Oh, us. Oh, yeah. Next
Yeah.
week's then you're off. Oh, I didn't know what you're talking about.
And I'm taking vacation the week of G.I. Joe with Kung Fu
Kung
Grip.
Fu Grip. Oh yeah, I like Mike Powers.
Kung Fu Grip.
I like Mike Powers.
I like that. That was cool. Yeah, so that might be our last show for the year next week. I don't know the week in between. I don't know what's going on. Nancy,
So we'll do next week and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You know what
there's
the
stuff
hell.
going on.
Yeah.
I don't. I have my anniversary in there, her birthday. There's a lot of stuff going on. But
All right, Pat's back. Pat, you got anything going on?
I got a whole bunch of things going on, but I can't talk about it yet.
Okay.
See, that's how you do it.
Happening for the band next year.
See,
yeah. Now everybody's titillated.
I had to turn.
Did I
down
pronounce that right?
Vinny offered an Instinct a gig, and I had to turn it down, unfortunately, because I had a gig with Old School lined up that same night. So that sucked. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Well,
you could have a UTI.
It's been many
Now,
years.
there's a bunch of cool things that are just starting to pan out. Some bigger shows. We're playing a little bit further out. You know what I mean? A little central Pennsylvania, a little bit Ohio, a little down south action. So it'll be fun.
Cool.
Nice.
Central PA. That's Tang, man.
Grape flavor's gone too.
I miss grape tang.
I could trade them some rum.
I liked grape tang.
I liked orange tang,
Orange tang was good. But grape tang better.
especially with vodka.
That was children's aspirin tang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I made a joke on Facebook once that I was eating St. Joseph's aspirin as like a snack.
I used to love that.
And I was kidding. I don't do that. But
Not recently.
somebody came on and there was this whole big, this was years ago, big thing. And I used to do it all the time. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with you people?
People.
They're the worst.
Well, it happens.
Ugh. I don't eat aspirin of any kind.
I do right now. I need a few. So a little bit of a headache.
I have it when I get it. That's it. I don't eat it as a snack.
Lettuce,
The
tomatoes,
frig is this?
and mayonnaise. What have you got?
You see, it's smoker's voice.
Well, with
Mayonnaise.
Oscar Mayer Bologna, you've
As
got
long
a
as it's not Miracle Whip, because that's not mayonnaise.
brisket, chuck,
And anybody who likes Miracle Whip is evil.
side and shoulder.
They show all the
Never
fat.
cereal or filler.
I agree.
Oscar Mayer Bologna.
Yeah. I've gotten into arguments with people like Miracle Whip is great. I'm like, yeah, okay, have fun in hell.
How many bacon packages do you look at before you find one you like? Well, Oscar
like
Mayer
one.
knows just what you're looking
Listen to the voice, man.
Yeah.
I've been smoking since I was 7, and you need something really bad to eat for you. Bacon.
I smoke a lot and I'm drunk right now.
I love it, man. It's great.
for. Bacon that cooks up like this with nice.
This is
even
probably a
slices
woman, you know.
And the best
Yeah.
balance of fat to lean.
It's Brenda
Oscar
Vaccaro.
Mayer, that's the way we select our
Sounds like
bacon,
Brenda
too.
Vaccaro.
Before you ever
Do you ever
see
feel
it,
not fresh?
consistently
Ugh.
high quality bacon
Ugh.
I gotta tell my daughter, if you feel like a dog in heat.
before you do it. Oscar Mayer, America's best-selling.
If you smell like a dumpster,
Sorry, Bree. I sold my soul there. I
there you
apologize.
go. We're gonna go out on this, Jim.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back next week and we'll do this all again. Thanks, Mark, Pat, Bree, Ed, Sherry, and Kelly, and Ted. Oh my God, I didn't even see you in there, Ted, and everybody, Vinny, and everybody, Sherry. I don't know, everybody. We're gonna just.
We love you all.
Yeah, we're gonna just.
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
You know, this kid died doing a snuff film, right? All right, we're out. Good night.
brand of hot dogs.
Good night.